Okay, so we talked about that resume checklist that's in the book. The first section it has is content, and the question here listed here is all my contact information accurate? Oh man, what a great checkpoint. Don't forget to double check everything. Did you put your name, the name that you want to be called? Did you get your address correct? Is it formatted properly? How about your phone number? Is that the phone number they can use to contact you? How about an email? If you need to set up an email specifically for this, for your job search, do it. But make sure it works and make sure you check it regularly. Get this correct. Again, we want that objective. It want to be clear and show exactly what it is you're looking for. I need a good, solid objective on all of these. Here's an interesting one. If I'm willing to relocate, have I so indicated? So a lot of you are going to be seeking a job in the Houston area and you don't want to mention relocation. It's not necessary. It takes up room. It's not helpful. However, if you're trying for a job in North Dakota, you might want to specify that you are perfectly willing to relocate to North Dakota. Because I know whenever I receive resumes, one of the things I look at is where that person lives. Again, if this is important, a part of what you're looking at in your job, be sure you mention it. Of course, you're going to include, a summary of your skills and qualifications. You want your education background to be complete. Did I accurately but briefly describe previous jobs? Make sure that that is complete as well. Skip this one about references. I'm just not interested in that. It takes up room. We're trying to limit these to one page if possible, so you don't want to take up space with that. Did I offer to provide a portfolio? This is going to be for very few of you, but feel free to do that if you want that to be part of what you provide. Here is one of the most important topics of all. Am I being scrupulously honest? What you do not want to do is lie. You do not want to misrepresent yourself, say that you have skills or knowledge that you don't have. You want to be very, very honest. So if the company that you're trying for, if they are looking for let's say they're looking for a very specific skill and you don't have that skill, feel free to tell them about a similar skill that you have, something that makes you feel confident and comfortable that you could quickly learn this skill. It's a way to get around that requirement, but don't lie about it. You need to be very, very honest. Arrangement. Okay, did I put my strongest qualifications where they show up? Are they first on the list? Are they high in the paper? Are they the first bullet items? Look at the arrangement. Education versus experienced. Does that highlight your strengths? Again, here it's if you are seeking something that has a strong educational base, put your education first. If you're seeking something that is looking at your work history and you have a good work history, put that first. Put those in the right order for your situation. Does the resume's organization put the best characteristics forward? Again, there are several kinds. You'll see those in the book. One is a functional arrangement. I've never used that, and I don't actually interview people based on a functional resume, although I've seen a few. We've had a few come through on ours. Usually what we see is reverse chronological, and I want you to get this part right. This is the most important thing here. Reverse chronological says the most recent things show at the top of my list. So when you give me your work history, don't start with your first job and go to your last job. Start at the top with your most recent job and back up from there. You need to have your organization of your data in reverse chronological order. The last thing it talks about is a scannable resume. I do want you to read that section. I want you to know that sometimes you're going to submit a resume, especially at a larger corporation, where they want it scannable, and so they're going to strip off all of your formatting. They're going to ruin all the things that you did because they need a very specific document format. That's not going to work for this exercise. I want something that we can fold up, stick in an envelope, and mail to somebody, or walk by an employer's office and drop it off, or send via email as a PDF. I don't want this scannable resume, but I encourage you to read that segment because you may run across this in the workplace. Okay, overall, did I limit my resume to a single page if possible? I very, very strongly recommend for this class that you try for the single page. There'll be a few of you that have either long work histories or long education histories. Sometimes military service, that kind of thing, makes the resume where it just cannot fit on one page, and so I'm not restricting you to a single page, but I will say that this is a great overview. This is a great outline. If it's at all possible, go for a single page. Is the resume uncluttered and tasteful? Yep, I will definitely be looking for that as well. Did I use phrases instead of complete sentences? I will look for that. That's how you do that. You don't put a bullet point under work history and say, I was the lead on the implementation of safety procedures. No, you put the bullet point and you say lead on safety procedure implementation. You want phrases, not full sentences. Action verbs, keywords. Action verbs, yes, you want to say led this, started this, generated this, implemented this, those kind of things rather than participated, or well, even participated is a good one, but you want to stay away from the roundabout ways to speak. You want to use that formal action-oriented language. The other one is keywords, and again, where are you going to get those? From the job ad. Look for those keywords, key phrases, important pieces of information that need to be included. This next question, are highlighting and punctuation consistent and simple? We always look for that, so that's good. And the last one, of course, proofread, proofread, proofread. Okay, so I hope this helps. Again, be sure and look for this document, print it out, and right before you submit your resume to me, go through it. See how you've done on this.